What's up, Saints? I hope you're having a great week. I'm Samuel Asid.
And I'm Joshua Sparks.
And this is SFHS Today. In world news, China is facing a massive COVID-19 outbreak after easing restrictions, according to World Radio.
In national news, Apple became the first company to be worth $3 trillion. For perspective, Apple is worth much more than Walmart, Disney, McDonald's, and Ford combined.
Additionally, schools nationwide will be closed on Monday, January 16th. The day is dedicated to the memory of Martin Luther King Jr.
Riley Brunhofer went to speak with some individuals with more knowledge on the topic.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day is significant because it honors his legacy. We take the day off to recognize his effect on civil rights and how far he has brought us as a society.
Thank you for the information. It's always good to learn more about the significance of important days in history.
In school news, St. Francis area schools canceled after-school activities on January 3rd and called a snow day on January 4th after another snowstorm hit the area.
Additionally, the show choir performed a feature of the 2017 musical Once on This Island on Saturday, January 7th. In anticipation of the performance, Raylan and I went out and gathered some information on the event, as well as the show choir as a whole. What is Once on This Island about?
So our set this year is been really exciting to put together and to learn about because it's a collection of musics from lots of different cultures around the world, most of them being island cultures, so cultures that live on islands or coastal regions around the world. So it's a collection of songs to that respect. The theme of the overarching set is about regrowth. So our show takes place in the beginning. We dance and we sing in celebration of life. A hurricane comes and wipes out all of the plant life, which sustains the people on the island, the imaginary island. And then we continue singing and dancing in efforts to regrow the life on the island.
I am a soprano 1. I'm a soprano 2. So that soprano 1 is the highest voice part, soprano 2 is the next voice part down, and then it goes mezzo soprano, alto, alto 2 I believe, tenor, bass. I believe is the order.
We've actually been learning our set a couple times a week, practices a couple times a week since August, actually. So the fall and the beginning of the winter is our rehearsal period, and we're about to dive into our competition season where we get to finally perform it and compete against other schools.
We have a competition on Saturday, and we're going to Sioux Falls. We leave Friday, and we stay in a hotel overnight, and then we compete Saturday morning, and we're there all day.
What's your favorite part about show choir?
I really like the people in it a lot. We're like one big family for the most part.
The energy that comes from like just working your butts off is just, it's very rewarding, especially like when you're done with practice.
I just like how I can just perform on stage and just dance and sing and just have fun. I just find it enjoyable a lot, and just seeing people and just enjoy it in general, and just making people smile, just doing what you like.
Thanks for spreading the news.
Now it's time for our random question thing.
Kayla, Brooke, and Kylie went out to find which app students use the most.
It's the random question thing. Ding!
I'm Kylie.
I'm Kayla.
And I'm Brooke. Let's go find out what our students' most used app is.
What is your guys' most commonly used app on your phone?
TikTok, Snapchat.
I use Heyday a lot, and I use Pinterest.
I'd probably say Google Maps.
eBay, definitely.
The most commonly used app on my phone is YouTube.
And now that we found that out, Josh, Sam, what's your favorite app?
Thanks for the question. I definitely use Spotify the most.
For me, it's probably YouTube.
Now let's pass it over to sports.
Hey, Saints, I'm Alex Sandstrom.
And I'm Hunter Jensen.
And this is Sports. In national sports news, the Minnesota Vikings beat the Bears on Sunday in the final week of the regular season, making them the 3 seed in the playoffs.
In school sports news, the policy debate team is going to state. We will have more next week.
The wrestling team went to Cambridge over the weekend. They took 2nd overall. They have a home meet this Thursday.
Tomorrow morning before school, there is a football meeting here in the team room. New head coach Tracy Torson will introduce himself. Reporters Brooke, Michaela, and Easton got an interview with him.
How long have you been in the program?
I've been in the program I've been coaching for 15 years. I've been an alumni. I graduated in the year 2000, played for St. Francis High School, and then, like I said, I've been back coaching for the last 15 years.
Is there anything you plan on changing as the new head coach?
There's not a lot of things that I think we need to change. Within the last 15 years, our staff has been together for a long time, so I think we've built a pretty good foundation. Every group of kids have a different dynamic, and we'll just kind of learn with each kind of group of kids on how to tweak things as the years go.
How do you feel about Coach Torson being named the new head coach?
You know, I like it a lot. It's going to be a unique year. It's going to take some time getting used to, but at the end of the day, I think it'll be A-okay.
Do you think anything is going to change?
I think it'll be pretty similar. Maybe a few changes here and there, but pretty similar.
Do you think the seniors leaving will affect the team?
Yeah, they were a big part of the team. There was a lot of them starting, so a lot of people have to step up.
Wednesday before school on the 11th, we're going to have a meeting in the Saints room at 6:45. We're going to a couple main things is one, introduce myself to everybody as the new head coach. We're going to talk about a new program, a leadership program that we're going to bring back into fruition that we did a couple years ago. It's called the Saints Leadership Team, and what that all entails and the requirements for that. And then just kind of tying up some new loose ends, getting some contact information and answering any other questions that players may have.
The girls basketball team plays at home tonight against North Branch, and the boys play at North Branch.
The boys hockey team plays at home tonight against Chisago.
And the girls hockey team plays at Pine City on Thursday.
The gymnastics team has their first home meet this Thursday. That's all we have this week.
Now back to Maine.
That's all we have this week.
Stay safe, Saints.